I bet I can make oatmeal better than you.
Oh, you are on. Welcome to Cracks in the Kitchen.
I'm Jessica.
And I am Brian. It is breakfast time here in the Cracks kitchen. Pay no attention to the clock behind me. We are eating this as our first meal of the day, and I didn't know that it was a dress-up video. Just to let you know, Jessica doesn't dress up for breakfast. I'm, just going to clarify that.
Whoops.
Just saying. She got dressed up, and here we are, ready to go and do a little...
Brian's in his robe.
I'm in my robe. Hey, it is a Saturday morning, and I've got nowhere to be. This is what I am dressing up as today.
So basically, if you remember back to a lot of our other videos, I always said that I hate oatmeal. I've never liked oatmeal. But I went to a hotel in January and I started playing around with their oatmeal, like at the little breakfast bar that they had. And I actually came up with a combination that I really liked. Then I went home and I was like, how can I recreate this at home? And I did that. And I've literally been eating oatmeal for breakfast pretty much every morning since then for the last almost 2 months now.
And I've pretty much just been eating my banana sandwiches for breakfast. And Jessica was like, no, it's like, I can make oatmeal better than you. And I was like, what? Seriously? Like, I'm the cook here, all right? I can do this. And so she wanted to challenge me to making oatmeal, and you guys actually will hopefully get to judge which one you think at least looks better.
Yeah, you can judge. So the criteria for judging is which one would you want to try? Or if you want to get really creative, there will be links below, a link below to the blog post that will have both of our recipes so you can actually make them yourself at home and then come back and vote. And we'll wait a few weeks before we tally all the votes up to see who actually is declared the winner. We'll probably announce it on one of our live stream videos who the winner is.
Yep.
Now, I believe that mine is going to be better.
I believe that mine is going to be better.
Because I have Peef and he's my assistant, and you all remember a vote for Jessica is always a vote for Peef.
That is true, but a vote for Brian is a vote for truth and honesty and the American way.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Well, you do have apples in yours.
Yeah, as American as apple pie. But, Jessica,
Yes.
Let's actually get to this challenge, and you can go first.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, so I've been making this for a couple of months now, almost every morning. So I've gotten my ratios down pretty precisely to what I like. So I'm gonna start with a half a cup of rolled oats, just old-fashioned, regular old rolled oats. So that's a quarter cup and a half a cup. And I like 2/3 a cup of water, exactly. That is how much it makes it the right consistency for me. You can adjust this depending if you like your oats runnier or a little bit thicker. But I do like to give it a little bit of a stir just so everything gets, all the oats get submerged in the water. And then I will put it in the microwave for exactly 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, also, pro tip. This is a 4-cup Pyrex bowl, right? If I use anything smaller than a 4-cup Pyrex bowl, it usually overflows and boils over and everything like that. So make sure you're using a big enough container because I have made a few messes in some microwaves with the oats. Are you filming me? All right, so now that our oatmeal is cooked, you can see it's nice and thick. That's the way I like it. I'm going to start adding some ingredients. So I have some flaxseed that we use our coffee grinder, spice grinder. We don't drink coffee, so we only use it for spices to grind up our own flaxseed. I prefer just the regular flaxseed, and you'll see Brian has a different kind that he likes to use, but I am going to add a tablespoon of that in there. And I'm also going to add a sliced banana. So this is a whole banana. This one, the one that I used was a lot more ripe. You actually want it to have like the brown spots. The riper the better, because it will really break down and give you that nice sweetness. Because this is really the only thing that's, well, the fruit gives a little bit of sweetness too, but dump it all in there. So basically what you want to do really is take a fork and mash the banana up in there. So this is why if it's a little bit more ripe, it will definitely mash a little easier for you. So now we are going to add in our strawberries. So I like a ton of strawberries. I just chopped up a whole bunch of them, and pretty much how many ever I have, I just put in there and just go for it. It's a lot of strawberries. Come on. And then for a little bit of crunch, I like to use this granola. So you can make your own granola. I know there's a lot of oil-free granola recipes out there that you could try out. This is, you can get this at Whole Foods. It's the Engine 2 Plant Strong granola. It's literally just oats, applesauce. It does have a little bit of maple syrup, some walnuts. You know, there's really not a whole lot of in there, so I really like this one. I just like to do a couple of little scoops on top just to give it a bit of an extra crunch. And this one actually, the one that's in the jar, has some freeze-dried some freeze-dried blueberries in it. So that's what you're seeing there. This is the vanilla blueberry flavor one, actually. So just a little bit of crunch. And then my final thing, and this is my favorite part because, you know, I love my chocolate, is I use some Lily's chocolate, which is my favorite to use. We'll have some links below for more information on this, but this is just my favorite one. It's sweetened with stevia. I know everyone's not, you know, cool with everyone has their what they like to use or not. I like this because it's sweetened with stevia, and it's vegan. Not all of their chocolate is vegan, but these two are, the extra dark 70% and the extremely dark 85%. So I usually do a blend of these. I actually put them into a bag and used our meat tenderizer, since we don't use that anymore for anything, since we don't eat any meat. I use that as like a little hammer to break these up into little chocolate chips. So they're more like chocolate chunks. But it's actually a little bit more affordable than buying their bags of chocolate chips, I found. And I really prefer doing that way. So I'm just going to put a few little scoops of this on the top. Maybe one more. And that just gives you a nice little chocolatey, maybe a bit more. That just gives you a nice little chocolatey flavor throughout the entire thing. When you stir it up and eat it, it just gets really nice, and the chocolate melts and everything is just super cool. So yeah, this is my favorite oatmeal. All right, Peef, I think we did pretty good, but let's see what Brian's got.
All right, it is my turn to make some oatmeal, and this will probably be a tad bit shorter than Jessica's because I like to be quick and efficient about it. So let's start off with the exact same bowl and roughly the same amount. She is doing a half cup, so therefore I am also going to do a little bit over a half cup. I'm doing a little bit over a half cup. And then, instead of water though, I am actually going to use this. And you may ask, Brian, what is that? This is chai. And it's just super great. It's got a ton of flavor. I haven't added anything to it, so it's literally just the brewed tea. And I've got about a cup of that. And I let it sit around for a little bit, so it is cool. It isn't like super hot. And then I'm just gonna stir it up, make sure that everything's kind of loose and nothing's really sticking together. Yep, there you go. And that's it, I'm done. It's good to eat. No, I'm kidding. Now I'm gonna microwave this for about 2 minutes or so, and we'll be right back. All right, now that this is good and heated through, you can see it just looks absolutely lovely. I generally like to make mine a little bit runnier than this, but I'll go with it for today. Next thing I'm going to add is banana, and Jessica chopped this up for me because she is an excellent sous chef. And then I'm just gonna mash it up exactly like she did. This is the easy part of this recipe. Good. All right. Then I'm going to add in a tablespoon of golden flax seed. And Jessica prefers the regular stuff. I like the golden stuff because it kind of tastes like Cheerios to me. And I like that. And just stir that up too. You could also add it in a little bit or before you're cooking. If you actually want it to really, really firm up, but you might need to add more liquid because the flax will create sort of that really thick type thing. All right, that's good. That's all incorporated. Now for my fruit, I have gone with this. These are just some water sauteed apples, and I steamed them a bit too in the pot. But the seasoning is just some cinnamon, some nutmeg, and some allspice. And I just cooked those in the water and steamed them for a little bit, and then let the water evaporate off. So all of the seasoning really, really stuck in, and it kind of creates a little bit of a syrup as well. And it just, I absolutely love it. I could eat this just straightforward. But I'm just gonna add this in, and then kind of spread it out a bit. Yeah. Kind of mix it up a little bit. And then for the final bit, I have some toasted pecans. And I literally just smashed these up and tossed them into a dry pan over medium-high heat and just stirred them constantly. And yeah, they come out really, really nice and soft and a little bit sweet and just, yeah. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and put some of this right on top. Yeah, not too much. And you can save this for later, use it for something else. And there you go. It may not be as pretty as Jessica's with her red strawberries and stuff, but I think this will taste amazing.
So there you have it. That's our oatmeal.
Yep.
Yay.
Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do on a morning. You know, you can prep a lot of this stuff ahead of time, so it's not too difficult to just throw it all together.
I make mine at work every morning
Yeah.
when I get to work. I actually just I have a thing of oatmeal at work with me, and then I have the little like mason jars of the chocolate chips or chocolate chunks that I make, and the oatmeal, or not oatmeal, granola. The granola. I have the granola, and I have the chocolate, and then I have, usually I like to chop the strawberries up at home if I can and just keep them in a little jar so I don't have to do it while I'm at work, but I just throw everything together when I'm at work and it works out really well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm excited to try both of these actually.
Right,
so I actually like to stir mine up, so I left it for presentation purposes, but I like to stir it up so the chocolate gets nice and melty and all that. So I'm gonna just give mine a quick stir, so give me a second.
If I were actually making this, I would probably add in a little bit of almond milk or something just to sort of make a little creamier version of it. But this version is something that I'm quite happy with, so, you know.
All right, let's try mine first.
We'll try yours first. Go ahead, do your thing.
Because me and Peep are the underdogs since we lost the last challenge, the gas station challenge. We're the underdogs.
Go for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're gonna use my spoon? Look.
Oh, you got another spoon? Where's your other spoon?
I didn't get one.
Exactly. So now you got to get another spoon.
Make sure you get the chocolate and the granola.
Pretty sure I got all of them.
Get all the stuff.
There. That look good to you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice, right?
Yeah. The chocolate's actually pretty good in that. I like that.
It gives it a little extra sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna get another spoon.
Oh, okay.
Ta-da!
And for mine, I mean, it smells really good. That's one of the big things. All right, I got some of the apple, got some of the banana, got some of the pecan.
Whatever. You're so mean.
That's so good, is what that is.
Whatever. Well, Peep and I will be the judge of that.
that's the look of a face that's just like, oh man, he was right.
It's awful.
No, it's amazing is what it is. So that's it, you know, pretty straightforward. We obviously can't decide who won because we're just gonna vote for ourselves anyway. But you guys get to decide. Like we said, we will have links in the description below for these 2 recipes so you can make them at home if you want to wait and judge them later. Or if you just want to judge them based on how they look.
Yeah, you can do that.
You can absolutely do that too. That is perfectly fine. I ain't gonna hold it against you. But
I have to say, I still like mine better. But you did a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Brian.
that tea trick, it's pretty killer, huh? Yep. All in all, I think we both did an amazing job. Yours is really, really tasty as well. But folks, in the comments below, please let us know who you think actually won this little challenge. And we will tally the votes later on and present a winner who will win absolutely nothing. There is no trophy, there is no reward, just the pride of knowing that you bested the other one. Because, I mean, what's a good and healthy marriage without a little bit of competition?
I think it might be a tie.
Might be, but who knows? Either way, folks, please vote. You can vote for me, Brian.
You can vote for me,
Jessica.
and Peef. Me and Peef are a package deal.
Yep. So just in the comments below, give us a little hashtag Brian or a hashtag Jessica or hashtag Peef if you want to do that one too.
Remember, a vote for Peef is a vote for Jessica.
That is true. A vote for Peef is a vote for Jessica. But we're actually going to wrap up this video. Please find us on social media, on Instagram and Facebook. You can send us messages and stuff. We will gladly respond if we aren't too busy. It is kind of a crazy time with work right now, but you know, I try to get those responses out to people. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We greatly appreciate everyone and everybody who subscribes to the channel and click the bell that is right next to it so you get notified whenever we post a new video.
Also, like the video.
I always forget that. I always forget to like the video. Please like the video. Please leave a comment. Vote for hashtag Brian or hashtag Jessica for this. And I think that's all I got.
That's all I got.
We will see you next time on Crocs in the Kitchen.
Bye.
Bye.